On November 10th, 2015, Bethesda Game Studios released the 4th mainstream installment of Fallout. A lot of people loved it, a lot of people hated it, but I think we can all agree Far Harbor was a pretty damn good DLC. Almost 10 years have passed, and with the rise of mod support, the TV show dropping, and next-gen updates totally enhancing the gameplay and not breaking everything, we have seen quite the back and forth of people playing the game. Now, I have a good 2 or 3 phases a year where I go back and play Fallout 4 just for shits and gigs, specifically one in December where I download a snow mod and pretend I'm back up north and not living in America's armpit. And every time I find 1 or 2 new things that help the playthrough feel just not as tedious. But that got me thinking, how does one make Fallout 4 enjoyable in the year of our Lord 2025? Many people are just happy playing it vanilla, and to those who do that, I must ask, how the fuck do you do that? No hate, but there's like so much more out there. This is the point where I tell you this is basically just a way to poke fun at the mod community with some funny commentary and basic suggestions to make Fallout 4 better. But like, come on, just look at the vanilla guns in the game. So what you have are things like the 10mm pistol, a 10mm that has the inner aspirations of becoming a Nerf gun, the combat rifle, an assault rifle that uses a pistol caliber and looks like an MP40 and a Springfield M1A had a mutually unfortunate sexual encounter after a Christmas party. Assault rifle, the most disgusting, water-cooled, wannabe LMG bloated like your mom after too many PBRs looking gun ever created. Syringer, a pipe weapon that shoots syringes, nicknamed by my D&D party to be the Pfizer Special. Railroad rifle, a steampunk wet dream that belongs in something like Frostpunk more than Fallout. The laser musket, an honestly pretty cool concept keeping with the colonial themes of post-apocalyptic Boston, but leaves much to be desired. She cranked my laser till I musket. So what do we do first? Get weapons. I'm a big fan of the Wattz Laser Gun, a returning weapon from Fallout 2. It's incredibly customizable, giving you the opportunity to make it an assault rifle, sniper, shotgun, whatever you need. It's incredibly well modeled, fitting in with the lore of the games, keeping that sweet, sweet immersion. MCAM is a collection of melee weapons by Mike Moore and adds an insane amount of variety to that playstyle. From axes to swords to fucking frying pans, like it's just insane. Pig's Wasteland Weaponry adds some flavor to some already made weapons. The mod is a kit bash wonderland, adding things like the Tinker's Tesla cannon and the handmade bullpup, which is so cursed. Lastly, there's the Doom-based weapons pack for when I feel like breaking my immersion a bit. The mod adds 16 more modern weapons, you know, ranging from the Skarlett, Desert Eagle, to the Glock P80. All the weapons are modeled just incredibly, they sound great, and they're so much fun to use. Also, all of the previously mentioned weapon mods all have level listing, which means that as you progress, as you level up, they'll start, you know, appearing on raiders and different bodies and, you know, out in the world. And a little extra spice, there's the attachment pack, which is a mod that adds over 400 new attachments to the pre-existing weapons in the game, just in case you have 1 or 2 that you'd rather use over the modded weapons. Also, hey, to those who are new to the channel, you've never seen my face before, I'm Six. Have you considered liking and subscribing? I don't know if you should. Only the cool kids do it. I'm not sure you have what it takes. Nah, I'm fucking with you, but it'd be cool to have you join the community. We also have a Discord linked in the description if you want to hang out, meet the homies, you know, potentially be in a future Sixes video. Yeah, just drop on by. We'd love to have you. Anyways, enough with the yapping. So, we have our weapons. Enough content there to keep looking around for a good long while, and enough new stimuli to keep you satiated. But to truly add more to your game, you have to break it down into what makes the game a game. Well, next up is cosmetics. This is, in my opinion, the most important part of any game. If I don't look good, I don't feel good. What's more fun to experience? A badass, heavily armored, cool looking dude with weapons to match, or someone like Sloth from the Goonies walking around shooting fools and touching tools? Wait, that actually sounds pretty funny. Whatever, ignore that. There are a million different cosmetic mods out there to make your character and the NPCs look infinitely better. These mods range from super immersive to just the most disgusting, vile things you've ever seen. I prefer to keep it simple. Scarlet eyes for better eyes on characters and NPCs, lots more hairstyles and facial hair for extra vanilla-like hair, and definitely not CBBE, because I am a child of God. How dare you accuse me of that? I went to church once when I was a kid. I cannot believe you would ever claim I used those mods on my men and women. Anyways, there's also unique NPCs, which is an overhaul that makes the Boston Settlers and Raiders just seem a bit less cookie cutter. These all obtain a more vanilla feel that still makes a world of difference in how the player and people look. But what's the point of your face looking good if your clothes look like that? Well, my friends, this is where we all kneel and pray to the holy saint of Bethesda modding, Elianora. With Ellie's armor compendium, we never have to worry about disappointing Tari and Radiant raiment ever again, because each and every piece of armor from this mod is incredible and, for the most part, immersive as hell. Like, seriously, everything Elianora touches turns to gold. There's not a single mod I have ever downloaded from Ellie that is not just a 10 out of 10 banger. Certified hood classic. Need I go on? Well, I will. The Backpacks of the Commonwealth mod adds a collection of lore-friendly backpacks to be found on NPCs in shops, with unique versions spread around the world offering specific perks when worn. These backpacks offer more carry weight and quite honestly look amazing on your character. So we have our player character taken care of. We have enough weapons and armor to fill the first 7 levels of hell. What's next? How about companions? In the vanilla game, I don't actually have many complaints about what we have to choose from in terms of companions. What we have are Kate, a cage-fighting Irishwoman with a bit of a substance problem. Codsworth, a metal-flying octopus robot straight out of your private search history. Kiri, a metal-flying octopus robot straight out of your private search history that can turn into a real girl, fulfilling even more of your sick, twisted fantasies, you fucking weirdo. Dance, a Chad Sigma gamer who hates synths. Oh, he's a synth, that's not very Sigma gamer. Deacon, a habitual liar who plays dress up more than an 8-year-old girl hyped up on Red 40. Dogmeat, just the bestest boy, oh, he's Hancock, a ghoul in a colonial getup that is actively convincing me the cigarettes are in fact cool. McCready, Matthew Mercer stopped DMing Critical Role for a moment to play the role of a dad just trying to save his son. Aww. Nick Valentine, like Benoit Blanc if he were a beautiful robot gumshoe detective. Piper, someone actively attempting to achieve the CIA's highest journalistic honor. Preston Garvey, do I really need to do the meme? Like, it's so overdone. I do? God, okay, fine.
Another settlement has sent word that they need our help.
I'll mark it on the map.
Strong, Grog from Vox Machina if he had a hatred for humans, was green, and really liked milk. X688, take Wesley Snipes' blade, make him socially awkward, and replace his vampirism with robotic insides. Ada, someone gave Siri emotions, put her in a robot. Old Longfellow, that one uncle that always manages to make Thanksgiving either super political or just really, really racist. Porter Gage, everyone either loves him or hates him, but they can all agree that his eye patch is pretty freaking cool. So there are about 20 football fields full of mods that can change the appearances of your companions. There's stuff like the loving insert companion here series or the great actors companion overhaul. But what if you decide, hey, I want some new faces to get used to, talk to, and potentially romance to fill that dark, hopeless romantic pit in my heart? Well, my irradiated pupil, I have some of those for you too. Starting off, we've got Ellen the Cartographer. This classic Fallout mod comes with a new companion named Ellen, a full custom quest, an affinity system, over 1,200 lines of custom voice dialogue, and that sweet, sweet romance option should you decide to go that route. I am not allowed, as my girlfriend would most likely find a way to enter the game and murder her in cold blood. God, I love her.
But apparently, no one knows how to get anywhere. I guess it's up to me, right?
Then we've got Silverleaf, a quirky companion based on the Silver Shroud. Also fully voiced, Silverleaf is a pretty damn solid companion mod coming from an indie mod maker that, according to the forum posts on the mod, made it just by following some tutorials and clicking some buttons.
Hi there, have you seen my pet Deathclaw? He's about yay high and smells of chicken. He answers to Snookums.
Last is one of the highest rated companion mods out there, Europa. Inspired by GLaDOS, Europa has over 150 voice lines, an affinity system, a character quest, but currently no romance option from what I can find. Sorry y'all, you're just gonna have to romance Kate for the 9th time. Could be worse.
I am Europa, an advanced weapon control chip implanted into a synth's body. It all seems strange, I know.
Honorable mention to the unlimited companion framework for allowing you to have more than one companion. It can get a little broken, so use it sparingly, but if you have ever wanted to live out your harem anime fantasies, this mod is for you. From here we venture on to the big boy mods. The ones that make Juicehead juice his head? I have no clue where that was going.
Sometimes I'll start a sentence, and I don't even know where it's going.
These are the multi-megabyte bad boys. The DLC-sized, holy shit, you do Bethesda better than Bethesda does Bethesda type beats. Special shout out to Fallout London, an incredible mod that is literally a new game. First up is Tales from the Commonwealth. This mother yucker adds a huge amount of quests with a massive list of voice actors. Introduces new factions, new armor, new companions, and a brand new radio station called Atomic Radio offering 5 hours of lore-friendly music, radio shows, and commercials. The voice acting is incredibly professional, and the factions and writing feel natural in the setting. The mod is a collection of quests and quest lines based around the new NPCs added around Boston, ranging from a gang war to football-playing super mutants. Highly recommend if you want something that will just add more side quests without a particularly important story. Next up is America Rising 2. Now listen, anyone who has seen my channel knows just how much I hate the Enclave, so I should be telling how good this mod is that I'm recommending it. America Rising 2 is a massive mod that introduces the Enclave into the Commonwealth, adding a 24 quest storyline, over 8,000 lines of professional voice acting, new companions, random encounters, new weapons and armor, a radio station, a Pip-Boy skin, god, the list goes on and on. You get the opportunity to join the Enclave or destroy them, but for sake of brevity and spoilers, I won't go into much more about the plot. It integrates with DLCs and offers an entire new faction to play the Fallout 4 main questline with. Coming in at 720 megabytes and being playable on all Fallout 4 platforms with mod support, America Rising 2 is an incredible DLC-sized mod that gives Fallout 4 an entirely new perspective to play from. There are a whole bunch of these quest mods that I could say, and Juicehead actually has a playlist going over a good amount of them, but my last pick and personal favorite of these is Fallout 4 Point Lookout. It's my personal belief that Point Lookout was Fallout 3's best DLC, and with this 4.2 gigabyte mod, you can replay it in its entirety, all with Fallout 4's combat and graphics. The mod team at the Capital Wasteland project seriously outdid themselves with this, remastering every asset, revoicing every line, and adding compatibility between Fallout 4's base game and what it offers. There are a few bugs that make it a little difficult to navigate at first, such as the dialogue options when speaking to NPCs, but once you play around with it a bit, you start to understand it and can navigate around it. The custom assets, the green Fallout 3 hue that they recaptured, the little story tweaks that make the game feel natural for Fallout 4's plotline, this mod is, in my opinion, the epitome of Fallout 4 DLC mods. Not only that, but a huge amount of the assets are actually made available to use in the settlement builder, which leads me to my next topic. Settlement building is insanely fun to me. I will spend hours building just multiple different settlements around the map for different purposes. Maybe in another life, I would have been an architect instead of, making YouTube videos and subjecting my will to live on how many views I get on a video and disappointing my already disappointed family. But anyways, what I've put together for you is the ultimate settle building overhaul in Fallout 4. This could be a full video on its own, so forgive me for kind of paraphrasing, we do have a lot more to get to. Starting off with place everything and scrap everything, these are integral to cleaning up those messy ass settlements and meticulously placing every single wall and detail within the confines of your new base. They're pretty simple. Place everything allows you to place things wherever you need, clipping when needed. Scrap everything simply allows you to scrap things you normally can't, like trees, signs, and entire buildings. Then there's increased build limit enhanced 4K. This one lets you change multiple things about the territory you're building in, letting you move workbenches, changing the build limit in your settlement, increasing the territory size itself, and so much more. It's a great asset to use if you really want to add as much detail as possible. A few rapid fire mods: brighter settlement lights make your settlements brighter, duh. Better generators increases the power output of your generators in case you don't want a power grid build in the settlement, and wall pass-through conduits allow you to build conduits that drill through the walls, making it easier to light interiors. Now we get to the fun part, asset mods. These are mods that give you so much more to build with. The first is Snappy House Kit. This mod is a freaking beast, giving you access to assets such as colonial houses, downtown buildings, military bunkers and vehicles, subway interiors, wallpapers, floor textures, and so much more. I build with this John the most, as just about anything I could ever need to build a creative settlement can be found in it. There's also Woody's Wasteland stuff. This is an immersion-friendly add-on that gives you more apocalyptic, handmade assets like windmills, furnaces, building assets that mesh well with vanilla walls and such, and so much more. If you want some additional stuff to build with the vanilla assets, this is for you. Functional Displays is made for the die-hard item collector. I use it in my main base to display weapons, armors, unique items such as models and Nuka-Colas, and a bunch of other shit. 9 times out of 10, my player base becomes a display building that could rival the gosh diddly dang Metropolitan Museum. Now let's say you hate building settlements but want to use them for resources or merchants or whatever. Let's say you just love The Sims. Well, my friend, let me introduce you to Sim Settlements 2. Let's be honest, anyone who has modded Fallout 4 has heard of Sim Settlements. Hell, on Nexus it literally has its own category, but this is all true because it has earned it. Through Sim Settlements, you can set up automated settlement building. Your settlers will turn Starlight Drive-In from a flat piece of land to a fully functioning city, complete with trade routes and merchants. It will be self-sufficient, and in the second installment of the mod, you get a 3-part questline that is quite honestly incredibly well written and a lot of fun. Highly recommend. Now let me clue you in on a little secret that you cannot tell anyone. If you do, I'll find you and steal all your left shoes. When I play Fallout, I cheat. Just a little, shut up, let me explain. I like the settlement building, but sometimes I just want to build and not worry about going out and rummaging through ruins trying to find that one last bottle of Wonder Glue. That's my segue into the last category in this list. This portion of the video will be a rapid fire of mods that don't really fit the previous categories. The cheat terminal is a slippery slope into godhood that not every player wants, but it is one of the best resources I've found for materials as well as bug fixing. In it, you can do just about anything you could do with console commands, making it a great mod for you wacky zany console players who don't have access to them. Spawn items, teleport, hotfix quest bugs, or use it for what I use it for, materials. It's also compatible with the DLCs, making it a great way to navigate the sometimes busted Fallout 4 scripting. I also love the FOV slider, just because it works much better than using the FOV console command. I'm on PC, so I'm not entirely sure if it's available on console. Clean water is just a personal preference, as I like the aesthetic of it a bit more. I use it in tandem with the Frost It Snowed mod to give my Commonwealth a nuclear winter aesthetic. Unused map markers restore some map markers to your map, making it easier to navigate around, and the Boston FPS fix offers some relief on your console or PC when traveling around the greater Boston area, since not all of us own NASA computers. Enhanced light and FX makes the interiors of the Commonwealth look amazing. The reverb and ambience overhaul makes footsteps, gunshots, and other sounds more immersive in and outdoors. And the unofficial Fallout 4 patch fixes an insane amount of bugs in game. Honestly, it is one of the most essential mods, period. Reputation brings back the reputation system from New Vegas, adding some more in-depth reactions to your story choices. NPC boss battles make normal encounters with important NPCs actually feel like a fight, and Wasteland Imports adds a variety of items from previous Fallout games into Fallout 4, such as Aquapura and New Vegas magazines. Quite honestly, these only scratch the surface of my mod list, but if I had to boil it down to what the essential mods are for each playthrough, I'd choose these. With these mods, I've successfully found a way to enjoy new playouts of Fallout 4 for over 10 years, which is insane. And with more mods being created every day, I think we'll be taken care of until Fallout 5 drops in, 2040. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you did. Remember to tell your mom you love her. Sixes out. What?